So today I'm filming the much awaited, what I mentioned in my last video, or the video before the last video, or the last video, where I'm gonna have my ex-boyfriend answer assumptions about me. So I asked you guys on Instagram to message me assumptions. I got so many. I screenshotted a few and like picked out I think 5 or 6 ones just because they'll take a bit to answer. And so do you want to introduce yourself? This is what we have to FaceTime because Robbie lives in Chicago. If you guys watch me, I grew up in Chicago. I went to high school in Chicago, did all the things in Chicago, and so we're FaceTiming to make this happen. So do you want to give your little introduction?
What's up, guys? So yeah, Robbie, as you can tell by the name of the video, like Polina and I definitely attended history, so it should be interesting. I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Polina put a lot of time in her schoolwork and was very organized. I love how wholesome these are starting off.
No, yeah, that's definitely respected it because you honestly had a lot of things to do aside from school, like because you started your whole like YouTube journey early, so I feel like, hey, I'm pretty sure, I don't know 100% because we didn't talk about grades that much, but I'm pretty sure you had basically straight A's. So.
Yeah, oh my god, see, like, do you remember I was at your house one day and my dad called me because I got an A-. Do you remember that? And I was like crying. I was like crying because I was so upset that I like got an A-.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, no, you legit cried. Like, she's not lying. She legit cried.
Polina is spoiled and fake.
No, like you, I don't think people get, like, you literally worked for what you got for, like, what you have right now. So, spoiled, no. I mean, like, you took advantage of the situation that you were in. Like, everyone does what they can with the tools they're given, and you took it to the next level. So, spoiled, no, and not vague. I mean, you're definitely different than you were in high school, because, I mean, we all are, but, like, just on a spiritual level as well. Like, if you've watched Polina for a while, you can see the shift in her energy, especially throughout the year. So,
by the way, like, Robbie's also very into like meditation, metaphysics, esoteric stuff. That's what we reconnected talking about because he really understands all that type of stuff. And I'll put his Instagram down below. Like, he posts a lot about really cool meditations and yoga and a lot of really cool like energy healing and energy work stuff that I think you guys would find really beneficial. Well, this isn't even an assumption. It's why did you guys break up? I guess we should explain that. I honestly I want to hear we can hear your perspective. We also want people to know that like we haven't talked in like 6 or 7 years. Like, we talked once on one FaceTime 2 years ago, and then we just reconnected like literally maybe a week or so ago. So this is so like random almost. Like, I feel like we're talking like we're so comfortable, so people probably assume we're just been pals for years, right? Because like the way we talk, it seems like we know each other for years, but we literally didn't talk for like 6-7 years. Talked once like 2 years ago about like about spirituality, and then just started chatting again. So it's just kind of crazy because like the way we talk, I feel like when someone else is very into like spiritual stuff, you connect with them deeper. Like, it's so like as if like we're like best friends.
Yeah, I was gonna say it felt like we didn't, like there was no time at all.
Yeah.
We were just float right into it.
We're like,
but
okay.
From my perspective, okay, so
oh my god, is this gonna be the tea? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Okay, so I mean, you know how high school relationships are. Like, they're very surface level, especially if you're, I don't know. So, what happened? I think...
No, tell it from your perspective. Yeah, also tell it from your perspective because honestly, I wasn't as spiritually developed then, so my behavior, I will literally like admit, like, I did not consider other people's feelings at all seriously, and like, to me, the biggest learning curves in the past like few years of my life, like, people have really done that to me, and I've been like extremely hurt, and so I feel like I really believe in karma though, and I really feel like I learned the lessons on the other side, like being that caring person, being the person to like to go above and beyond, to care, and to like, you know, sometimes maybe I've also like in my past have been more of like super like kind and stuff, and then to be treated like someone else didn't care as much. And so I feel like I really acknowledge, I mean, we were 15 and 16, right? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, like, people aren't really fully developed then intellectually, and some people act like that recklessly, not recklessly, but not as mindfully when they're like 20 and 30. And so, you know, yeah, but you can tell it fully from your perspective. I'm not gonna be offended.
So I think we're just, at the time, our motives were different. Like, I had always been introverted, so I never really partied or anything. And that's like another thing about me that, like, I mean, people kind of know if like you know me from high school. Like, I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, like I didn't party, I didn't do any of that. I was really focused on like my physical body and just like focused on training, just things like that. So like drinking, like all these things, like they just weren't like a part of my life. So I didn't understand, I didn't respect that that boundary. And so I feel like I was almost a limiting factor in Polina's life, because I would get upset if she would like go out and hang out at parties or something. And like looking back on it now, like I shouldn't have been, like you were just trying to have fun. But like I think we were just on different paths at the time, because I remember I would get like really, and this would occur like in a lot of relationships in high school too, like where I would be more reserved and I would just want to hang out at home, and like the other person would want to go out and do stuff like that. And so I feel like eventually like we kind of just mutually agreed, I guess, that we weren't on the same page with things.
Yeah,
that's the way I saw it.
Yeah,
I understood like the importance of socializing and like not always isolating yourself, because there's a time and place to isolate yourself and to like meditate and reflect on your day. But there's also a time to socialize and interact with other people. And so like now I understand the importance of that. But back then I was kind of I was open-minded about things, but I was really you
just wanted a certain way. You were really focused on health and self, and so like it was so like you didn't want to do those things. And I totally understand how you feel now looking back, because like I later was so focused on like working out and work. Like my moon's in Capricorn. Like I was like work would get me like feeling like rowdy, like literally getting like checking these off my list. I was like like I don't like that felt so good to me, and I could not understand how people would like go out and drink. And then like you're saying now, I do understand the importance of like socialization. Like you see another, just like talking with somebody else, hearing someone else's story, hearing different perspective, just seeing things unfold, being able to later, like you said, reflect upon it and like see contrast, just even if it's a situation you later decide that you don't want to do this, like how we talked about how like we were talking about how when you want to cut something out, you want to cut a bad habit, we're like, oh, how do we do that? We literally both kind of like, okay, when I see myself doing something I don't like, it like pisses me off so much that I just like stop doing it. And we both were like, just like stop. And so like later, like now I like see how just like socialization can teach you a lot of lessons. Just like going to do one small activity or one thing, like you can really learn a lot. It says Polina is high maintenance.
High maintenance? So are we talking about like back then, or I guess we are, okay.
Yeah, I guess you could say back then, and I guess you could say now too, like just your like, full tea. Just spill the tea, honey.
High maintenance, not necessarily. No, because okay, so like when we were with each other, like in person, like we didn't argue, we didn't fight, we didn't like none of that. And I feel like
yeah, we never like fought in person, not one, like literally not once did we ever fight in person.
It was literally the only time we argued was when like you were going out and I like didn't want you to. That's literally the only one. So like in terms of high maintenance, no, like you, like I feel like we always laughed and like enjoyed our time like while we were together. Like we would literally just sit there and talk. Like we didn't need to like do anything to enjoy each other. So I feel like high maintenance, no.
Well, it's not a subject of question, but they're asking, was I controlling in a real? Am I controlling in a relationship?
Yeah, that's gonna have to make me dive way back. No, I wouldn't say controlling. No, if anything, like I was, because if I wanted to do something, like I feel like you were more understanding. But if you wanted to do something, I feel like I just felt like I was limiting you in terms of just like anything you wanted to do. I was always the one that was on the opposition. So I feel like if I
you were like, I was playing hardcore defense.
yeah, like you were fine with whatever I did, but like I feel like that question was inverted.
What are your final words that you would like to say in this assumptions video? Any tea you want to spill, anything you want to clarify, anything you want to say? This is your chance. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
So I feel like a lot of people have like a prejudgment of you. Like even right when they go to your channel, they like see that you're like you're really into fashion, all that, and they have a prejudgment of you. But honestly, like talking to you the past like couple of weeks or however long it's back at the time is crazy. But it's been like interesting to see like how much like you've grown spiritually, and this is, I feel like this is just the beginning, because I know we were talking about, and I don't know how much you want me doing.
No, go for it. Yeah,
you're switching, like you're like not switching, but like you're starting to spread a lot more awareness towards like the spiritual side of life, and like because you were talking about your awakening and like your video about like starting over and like how you want to share that aspect, and then that's how I feel. That's how I feel everything starts. It's just like realizing that something so that can be experienced that's so beautiful, like it needs to be shared with others. So I feel like whatever like judgments you have on Polina, like based off of just her like fashion videos, like you should probably throw that away and just keep an open mind and like listen to her podcast and that, because that's where like true teaching lies.
Well, I could cry. Wow, it's so nice.
So that's like part of the reason that like I came back to like social media, because I knew like the things that I've experienced, and I'll go over this like if you guys want to follow me, I'll go into.
Yeah, I'll put his Instagram right up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's just like there's certain experiences that you have, and like explaining it while you're in a certain state of mind, you think about it too much, and you're like, oh, people are gonna judge me, they're gonna look at me a certain way. But then when you get to a certain point where you're like, okay, like this experience, like, this is beautiful, like this needs to be shared. People need to know about this. I don't know why it's not in main social media or anything like that. So I just think like similar to you, like you get to a point where you're like, okay, like I don't even care anymore. Like I just need to express this.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I reached that point.
It's so like your life is so changed that you're like I just like need to just like put it out there for like one person who maybe ever felt the same way to know that there is like magic in life, right? Okay guys, so I want to say thank you so much for watching. Robbie, thank you so much for coming on the channel after such a long time and sharing everything and like being open, and I'm very open too. We're both just like very I just like tell everyone everything, so I really appreciate you coming on here. And I will put, like I said, his Instagram down below, and he's like a lot of great posts on spirituality and things like that if you're also looking for somebody else in the community to follow along with on the journey of life that never ends.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you guys so soon. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!